Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the transport management game where it's our job to help towns grow into thriving, bustling cities. Last episode we worked on Newport and we provided them with tools and public transport which has now helped Newport become the most popular city in the world. It currently has 289 people and a growth rate of 130%. In this episode I want to continue to work on Newport. We are going to be providing them with machines today, again to try to continue the growth of Newport into hopefully one of our biggest cities on the map. Now, to provide Newport with machines, we're going to need to get this machines factory up and running over here, and to do that we're going to need to transport planks and steel to it. Now, we do have planks set up already, so we can just quite simply cart them up around here probably and to the steel mill, and we have steel right here, so we can get that maybe down this road and again over to this steel mill. The problem is we need to get this steel mill online, and to do that we're going to need to get coal and iron. We have iron here, we have coal here, so it should be pretty simple to do actually. Before we do that though, I do also want to get set up some public transport in every single town, because that's just going to keep all of the towns growing little by little until I get around to providing them with the other goods that they need, and public transport is probably one of the easiest things I can do for them. But before we do all that, a quick mention to a viewer, Slinky Ceres, who got into a bit of a conversation with me on the last episode about this town. Now, I can't say what this is called because I feel like I would say it wrong and probably get banned from YouTube. I'm sure you can imagine where I could potentially go wrong with this. So Slinky Ceres actually let me know that this town is actually a harbour in Japan, quite a big one, and posed the question of how many horses it may take to match the capacity of that harbour. And I didn't have a clue. I told him that each horse can carry up to 4 pallets, and with that information, Slinky Ceres went and worked out exactly how many horses we would need per day to turn this town into the harbour that currently exists in Japan. And it turns out it would take about 10,000 horse and carts per day leaving this town to compare. Now that's a lot. A lot. Slinky Ceres did then want me to make it happen. And I don't think I have the money to purchase 10,000 horse and carts right now. But hopefully in the future I can make it happen. But what I have promised is that I am going to rename this town Land Harbour, and that will remind me in the future that I do actually need to try to achieve this goal somehow. I'm thinking if I can get away from the horse and carts, maybe we could do this with trains at some point in the future. And also, because Slinky Ceres went through the effort of working that out, I do have another town that I need to rename. This one right here, because I really don't know how to pronounce that whatsoever. So I'm actually going to immortalize Slinky Ceres with a name of a town. So we're going to call this Slinky Ceres, which I actually think is a very good town name anyway, to be honest. So thank you very much, Slinky, and now you are immortalized in the series. I really appreciate your input. Thank you very much for the riveting conversation we had about cargo capacity. Back to what we're doing today. We are going to start off by setting up public transport in all of the towns around us. So Yerevan is actually quite a big town, so public transport in this town should be fairly simple. We're going to get a building. We're going to need a bunch of these road depots, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go around and start placing these next to all of the towns to start with, because again we're going to need them. I don't know if we'll need one for Land Harbour because we've got one right there, but they will come in handy as we progress anyway. Okay, so that's all of the road depots that we need. Let's go back to Yerevan, and we need to come up with a route now for this. So we're going to need some bus stops, and the stops need to go from the industrial zone to the residential zone to the commercial zone. And now we can get a pretty good route going around here, just a really simple route. We can just say new line. Let's go from there to there to there. There we go. Really easy route, and we're going to call that line B for bus, and it's going to be Yerevan Circular. Okay, there's that one done, and then we're just going to get 3 troikas, and we're going to set them on their way. It's just rinse and repeat this, isn't it? I'll do the rest and then I'll get back to you. Alright, there we go. So we've just set up our very last bus line to Slinky Ceres Circular. That's a hell of a tongue twister right there. We just need to get our troikas set up on it, and then again we are done with the first part of this episode. So let's buy those. We'll put those on Slinky Ceres Circular. I absolutely love that name. And there we go. Perfect. So now every town has a bus route, which is going to help significantly when it comes to growing the populations of our towns and making sure that they continue to grow even while we're not working on them. Okay, so now it's down to serious business. We need to get this steel mill up and running, and ASAP, because I don't want the industries to start closing down on us, which they have done up until now. So we're going to get our stations. We're going to need cargo stations though, so these ones. And for the first two, we're going to need just one platform stations, and quite small ones. They don't need to be large. And we're going to put one there. I don't know where to put this one really. Maybe right here. Put it there. And we're going to have to configure this one. So this one, we're going to configure it. We're going to make it a little bit longer. And then we're going to add some street access to the back of it. From that street access, we're going to grab a road, a country road. And we're going to drag that and bring it up to here. Now, I want it to be cheap as possible. So that was quite cheap there. That was quite cheap there. Let's see. Can we... Oh, look how much it is to just... If just connecting this adds like 40 grand to it. Oh, there we go. 4 grand. Done. Perfect. There we go. So we've got a road that goes from the back of our iron hub over to our steel mill. Now we just need to set up our very last station, and we're actually going to need 3 platforms for this one. I'm going to make them quite long. I think I'm going to... What I'll do is if I place it between roads like that, then I can actually have a road come out the back of it. And I'm going to make these a little bit longer. And then I'm going to add street access to the back. I could even do it like over here. That would be interesting. We just need to grab ourselves a street then. There we go. So it now means that the coal trucks can come in here. The iron trucks can come in there. And then also we're going to have trucks, horse and carts. We're going to have horse and carts then that are going to come back down this road. Actually, we could even use the same ones. Oh, that's a great idea. I could use the same cart to bring the steel back, and then when they get back to here, they could dump it there, and then I could have more carts that take it over to there. That is a plan. Okay, so we need to configure this again, and we're going to add another cargo port on there. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work a treat. And now, actually, let's just set one up over here ready as well. Oh, the creative juices are flowing. So we're going to need for this one... We're going to need 3, right? Because we're going to need planks in, we're going to need steel in, and then we're going to need machines out. So that's all quite straightforward. Okay, we'll attach that there. Perfect. And now we just need to set up our lines. We're going to create a line from there to there. We're going to call that line L for lorry, coal to steel. Jobs are good. And at this station, we're going to pick up coal. And at this station, we're going to unload. And then... we're going to need another line. Now, this line's going to be quite fun. Well, this one's going to go from here to there. And then... Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, it's just going to be that, actually. It's not going to be that fun. From Land Harbour, we're going to pick up iron. And we're going to unload steel. And then at Slinky Ceres Circular... Central, Slinky Ceres Central. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've inadvertently set up a bunch of tongue twisters. Slinky Ceres Central, we're going to be picking up steel and we're going to be unloading iron. And then we're going to need our very last line to go from here over to there. And we're going to call this steel to machines. Oh no, L, steel, machines. There we go. And at this one, we're going to be picking up steel. And at this one, we're going to be dropping off steel. All right. All of our lines are set up. We've got 200k in the bank right now. Where's our nearest road depot? Oh, it's all the way down there. There is one over here by Slinky Ceres. Maybe that is closer. The thing is, I can't really afford to get a road depot down. There is a route through the mountains and... yeah, I think they'll have to come from over there. I don't know. Let's find out how much another one of these is going to cost us. A road depot. How much will that cost? Oh, it's cheap. That's really cheap. Oh, I'll live with that. Okay. 11 grand. That's nothing. This is going to be expensive, though. How much on our horse-drawn carriage is going to cost? How many do we need? Let's just keep going until we can't get any more. So right now we've got 260 in the bank. So 10 is the most we can get. Okay, let's put 5 on our iron to steel mine. And let's get the other 5 on our coal line. Okay, we're going to just wait and let those do their jobs. I'll come back probably in a couple of years' time on here, and hopefully we'll have some money to play with at that point. There we go, we're back up to 600,000. Our lines are doing pretty good, actually. So our iron line is currently making us about 44,000 per year. Our coal mine is actually making us 35. I keep getting mine and line mixed up, so you guys are going to have to forgive me for that. So yeah, these guys are doing okay. We're now up to 800,000 in the bank. It's growing quite quickly. We can now afford some more vehicles on each of these lines. So again, we're going to go here. We're going to get horse-drawn carts, and again, I think I'm just going to get as many as I can. Okay, well, there we go. We'll get 30. We'll put another 5 on each of the iron and the coal lines. So 5 on the iron and 2, 3, 4, 5 on the coal. Then we'll put 10 on the steel line. Where's that to? We need steel to machines. There we go. Now we got 10 left over though. Where am I going to put those other 10? I guess I'll do another 5 on each of the ore lines. That may have been overkill, but we'll see. We'll see. I feel like it would have been overkill for this line because this is so short, this distance. This one's a bit longer, but there's actually double the materials here as well. Maybe I should have put more on this line. All right, so we've got some money in the bank. We've got steel going to our machines factory. Now we need to get planks going up there. So we're going to need to make another road for this. And I'm thinking it's going to cost us a lot of money, to be perfectly honest. Let's go like that. And then like that. Oh, a new oil well's been found. That's good going. Oh, I don't really want this swerving. That's probably cost us money as well, hasn't it? Maybe they can just use this road for now, actually. And then just cross over like here. Just to avoid this, just to avoid the town, because it's quite harmful to have trucks going through the town. And then we can connect that up like there. There we go. Yeah, that should be okay. Now we just need to get a line set up to truck planks over to there. So if we get our line tool, add a new line, it's going to come from there and it's going to end right there. And again, you're going to be called L. Planks to machines. There we go. We're going to be picking up planks and we're going to be dropping off planks. And actually, we'll probably at this one we'll probably want to pick up machines, and then at this one we're probably going to want to drop off machines. Why can't I find it? There it is. I keep missing it. Just because. So basically they'll bring machines back down to here, and then from there we can again we can basically continue to transport the machines to Newport. Now we just need some vehicles for that line, so let's buy some horse-drawn carriages again. We're going to need a bunch for this, probably like at least 20. So we'll buy 20, we'll put them all on the planks to machines line. Off they go. Okay, it's currently 1873 and we're at 400,000. I'm going to have to wait a couple of years to find out if this has actually worked. But actually, let's work on getting the machines from this factory all the way back to Newport. So yeah, so we're going to have machines come back to here. Now we're going to need to get machines from there down to here. So let's set up a new line for that, actually. Let's just get a separate machines line going. It's going to go from this station. And I'm actually going to bypass this station and we're going to go all the way down to here. And this is going to be at this station, we're going to be picking up machines. And at this station, we're going to be dropping off the machines. And then we just need some vehicles for that line. This is costing us a lot of money. And I'm hoping it's going to work, but there's lines going everywhere right now. Again, let's just get another 20 because we can. We're going to put them on... I'm actually going to have to put them on line 1 because I forgot to rename the line. Let's rename that. That's going to be L machines. We're just going to call that machines transport. Transport to shipping, maybe. There we go. And now we're actually going to, on this line that we've got set up here, the Newport Tools line, we're going to manage that, and we're going to say pick up tools and machines. And this one, we're going to drop off everything. So that's fine. So that's all okay. But the problem is this cargo harbour doesn't get to the machines area that we need. So we're going to have to set up a little cargo stop over here. So you see the machines are actually in this part of the city. So we're going to have to get a little stop area right there to drop off our machines. And that means that we're going to need just a small station. Doesn't need to be massive. One platform. And we're going to pop that. I guess we'll put that here. Now all we need to do is set up a line. And we are basically done with this, guys. So we have a line going from there to there. And we're going to be picking up machines and then dropping off everything. That's all fine. And we're going to call this line L for lorry. Machines. Delivery. That'll do. Perfect. Now, road depot, buy a vehicle. I think we only need like maybe 3 or 4 of these, to be honest. I'll do 5. That might be overkill. I'll do 3. We'll get 3 of those. We'll put those on the delivery line. Okay, so with that done now, I think the only other thing to do is to extend this, because what will happen is the boat will come in with loads of cargo on board and it may fill this up completely, and it'll take a couple of runs to start depleting that slowly. So yeah, hopefully that should work. So now we've got a line, just to recap. We've got ores going to the steel mill. We've got steel coming from the steel mill back down to the iron ore mine. Then from the iron ore mine, it's being taken to the machines factory. And then we've got planks going to the machines factory. And then we've got the machines coming from the machines factory down to where the planks are. And then from the planks down to the shipping. And then they get shipped across here to Newport. And then from Newport, they get transported to the industrial area. That is quite a setup. And then also we can then look at sending them the other way to Slinky Ceres, and we will do that. Probably to do that, we'll probably go out this way and then just have a line that comes up here. Do you know what? I'm actually just going to set that up right now as well. So let's get a truck stop, and they need machines over this side of town. So let's put our truck stop right there. And now we can literally just set up another line, and this is going to be called L for lorry, machines to Slinky Ceres. And we're going to click on some stations. So we've got, where's it from? From there, it's going all the way. Gosh, it's quite a way. All the way up to there. Our horses are going to be out of breath by the time they get there. But do you know what? It's the only way we can do it right now. So they're just going to have to live with it. There we go. We're going to do that. And on this one, they're going to unload. Perfect. Right. Let's press play. And now we need some vehicles on that line as well. Come to think about it. Let's have the vehicles be bought at this place. Here we go. And for this, we're probably going to need a lot, like 15 at least. So we'll buy those and we'll put those on the machines to Slinky line. There we go. Right, I'm confident that's going to work. It's just going to take a little while to sort out. So I'm going to, let's see, what am I going to do? I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait for about 5 years, and hopefully we would have built up a bunch of cash in that time, and I'll be able to give you a really good overview of how things look. Actually, before I do that, let's just give you an overview of our finances right now. So this is quite a good chart to see. You can see that our income has slowly been going up. That's the blue lines. Income's been going up quite steadily. But also expenses have been creeping up alongside them. And some years the expenses have definitely outweighed, like this year, the expenses have definitely outweighed the income. But it is going in the right direction. I expect to see this continue to trend upwards as this gets better. Our balance is looking good. Our company value is looking fantastic. Our company value is now over 0, that's a great start actually, guys. So I know It starts off pretty poorly, but now it's starting to skyrocket with all of these extra vehicles we're buying. Our finances are kind of plateauing here. I'm hoping we'll see this start to go up with the company value now. We've got no tracks. Our towns are... our towns are plateauing as well. I think this is where we created the train station... the public transport. They jumped up and now they're sort of... Okay, we're at our peak now and we're going to wait for more resources. Still haven't laid down the headquarters. Not going to do that yet. So yeah, we're just going to keep an eye on this at the moment. So last year, for example, we made... Oh, and actually this year's about to roll over. There we go. It's just about to change. There we go. That's good news. So, oh, look, we've got new carts. We've got new carts, guys. Let's quickly have a look at these before I go anyway. That was great timing. So let's have a look. We've got a bit of a backup here. So if we go to vehicle management, it's this one, isn't it? Let's just click on any one of them. Buy vehicles. So we had the Troika, and then we had the Asian flatbed. Oh no. Oh, this is new. So these could have travelled at 11 miles per hour. Now these go 12 miles per hour, and they can carry more resources. Okay. Hey, that's good to know. With side stakes. What's the side stakes all about? That's just to make sure we can carry all sorts of things, is it? What's the... Up here, it doesn't tell me what... The name is so long that I can't see how much it costs per year. I feel like for the extra cargo we would get, I don't think the extra one cargo is going to be worth the extra potential 2,000 a year investment. So I think we'll leave that for right now. I don't think we need it. Okay, boys and girls, it is happening. Our boat is now finally picking up machines and tools and bringing them both over here to Newport. I do think I may have to get another boat in the near future. And let's see how much we're going to get for this. Hopefully a bunch. Yep, 103,000 makes sense. And then we filled up over here. So now this guy has 4 lots of machines on board, and let's see how much he makes for bringing them into the city. He's bringing them over to here. And yeah, so that's basically the fact we've managed to get machines all the way back to Newport is a really good thing, because it means that every stage of our journey is actually working, and it was a complex journey. Where is he? I think he's coming around the corner now. How far away is he? Is this him? Oh, that was him. 3,500. That's not bad for a small little journey. I keep getting these notifications about industries closing and it's really stressing me out. But that's good. So now Newport is receiving tools and machines. There we go. We've got 4 so far. We're still not getting any modifier for it, unfortunately. It has meant, though, that traffic quality is not as good. So we've got emissions. Sorry, not traffic quality, emissions. Population has actually decreased. It's gone down to 280. It was up on 290 at one point. But that's okay. I anticipate that it will continue to rise. I feel like we're probably going to have to get another boat, because I assume if we look over here, yeah, that boat's just left. It's full up on tools, and there's more tools and machines waiting. So I'm actually going to double the boats on this line by clicking that, manage vehicles, and I might actually I want to see if there's any new ships. Maybe we've got a new one. Oh, we do have new ships. Oh, but I'm not sure if I want them. So that one's 16 miles an hour. That one's 14 miles an hour. That can carry everything. It's got more emissions, though. That can carry... That's 16. So that's the fastest one. It's got a larger capacity. It's got 2 compartments, so it can store 50 of tools and 50 of machines, potentially. Takes all cargo types. Loading speed is quicker. 50 times faster to load. Emissions are less. Hey, we might go with this. It is going to be more expensive per year, but if we consider buying 2 of these, we might not fill up 140 things. So by having this, 100 seems a lot more reasonable. And yeah, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the line again. Where is it? I'm going to click manage vehicles. I'm going to click that one. And is there anything on board right now? No, nothing on board right now. Manage vehicle. Replace it with that. Oh no, it's not compatible. That's a terrible idea. Let's not do that then. Okay, let's just double it. we'll just have two. That's fine. Now, we've got some steel building up here. I don't really want that happening. Tools, we've only got a couple of tools building up there. Plenty of tools, plenty of steel stored there. We need more planks being delivered here. So the amount of vehicles delivering planks, they have got to come an awful long way, haven't they? I think that's our bottleneck, is the planks. And look, we've actually got loads waiting here as well. So if we click on that, planks to machines, manage vehicles. First of all, I'm going to replace all of these with the newer ones. They can carry, that's the ones we want. We'll replace them. And then I'm also going to, should I just double it? I am. I'm just going to double them. There's now 40 vehicles on that line. That was a huge investment, everybody, but I think it will pay off in the end. All right, everybody, the time has come for us to assess the financial situation. So 1880 was the year where I wasn't going to invest anything in new infrastructure, and we made a profit of £764,000. That's a huge undertaking for the road tickets. We got 2.1 million in road ticket sales. We did have a lot of vehicle maintenance. That's mainly due to we've got a lot of bad vehicles right now. A lot of old vehicles that need regular upkeep. Unfortunately, that is just something that happens. Everything else was fairly standard. So let's just say we make double the expenditure that we spend on our roads. So that's pretty good. So we're always making at least double what we spend with the vehicles on the road. And then the water, this is where we took the biggest hit. So we had a really good year in 1878. That's when I bought the second boat. And the only issue that we've come to now is because we've cleared out the amount of storage that we had sort of built up in the shipyard, now we're relying on getting new stuff dropped off quicker, and I haven't invested in the infrastructure to do that. So it meant that for 1880, we had a really crap year on the boats. Terrible year. We lost money, which, do you know what? It happens. But we lost 80 grand. That's a lot to lose. What can we do about that? Well, it's really simple. We've got a queue here, which we don't want. We want all of these being able to drop off as soon as possible. All I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get a truck stop. We're going to have a terminal for each of them, and they don't need to be large terminals. We can make these quite small. And I'm just going to place that right. How far away can we have this? I'll place that there. It does mean they've got to travel a little bit further, but now on the line, I'm hoping I can just edit this. Can I just pick this line up? Let's see. So we've got these two lines. So we've got this line here, manage line. So instead of 13th Street, what we actually want to happen is we want this to go to, how do we reroute this? Is this, no, not that one. So it'd be this one. Can I edit it? I wish I could edit this. I think I'm just going to have to add a station right there for drop off. And then we can just delete this station. There we go. Yep, they're going to turn around. And actually, that should save us some time altogether because they did have to turn around there. And then this green line. So if I do the same thing for the tool shipment, manage line and 13th Street. So we just need to add a station, this one, and then at this station, we're going to unload everything. And then we're going to delete that one. Okay, so now basically both of these have got their own separate stops that they can drop stuff off at. And I'm thinking that should cut down on the queue. So let's just play it out and have a look and see if that works. So they're going to come around here and they're going to go separate ways. Drop off, drop off. Guys, we're in a really good position. Our bank account is looking fantastic. Our lines, let's look at all of our lines. So far, there's a couple of lines that are losing us some money, but the majority are gaining us a lot. The iron to steel line is gaining us a whole bunch. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, that's our new best line. Fantastic. So, anyway, that leaves us in a really good place to end the episode, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Please come back for more. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you are too. Have a good day. Bye-bye.